Welcome back to the space. I am Sonya. We haven't decided if I'm your hostess with the mostest or your host with the most. So you figure it out. But anyway, we are back. I'm so excited to be here to talk about rooted resilience. Yes, rooted resilience is our theme, but we're going to do it a little differently today because you know what Saturday it is. It's the fourth Saturday. So I have the pleasure of introducing my partner in life, my partner in love, definitely my partner in crime, and my partner in creativity. You should be giving some standing ovations. You should be clapping. You should be screaming. Oh, is that just me? Okay, I want to introduce to some and present to others none other than the DarnellJaxon. Hi, DarnellJaxon.
Hey, what's going on? This feels different.
I know. It's so good to see you on this evening.
I feel
How
like I
are
saw you
you?
today.
I feel like I saw you too, but hey, I'm really excited for you to be on my podcast. This is really cool. So I actually have to do an interview with you because that's what the people are here for. They want to know more about you. All right,
Oh
your
no.
craft, your music is I think it's beyond phenomenal. I don't know what a better word is to explain it other. It's just like it is amazing. So
Some
I
high
wanted
praise.
a what?
That's
A
some
high
high praise.
oh,
Not
okay.
used to that, but
Oh, that's a high praise. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna talk while I'm talking. This is great. This is why, guys, you bring your spouse on your show, okay? They're gonna take over the show. I'm like, huh, what are you saying, honey? Because I don't want to miss anything he's saying, but it is a high praise because I really do admire your gift. I'm extremely proud of you, and it's very important for us to give one another flowers while we're actually breathing to receive them. And so I just wanted to tell you that I'm like this whole Darnell Jackson
mm,
journey that we're all on is absolutely amazing, babe. But I want to take you back a little bit. The F.R.A.N.S community wants to know probably a little bit more if they don't know about you. So tell me, um, before we talk about like your finished products and all that stuff, tell me
mhm.
when you realized that music was it for you. I want to know about like your roots.
I'm the son of a sharecropper and came up in the streets. No. What put me on the path for music? I guess I'm a communal person by nature and I like to be around people that I like.
Hmm.
Um, and I used to do that with my friends like everybody else did when they were kids. But when my parents bought me a drum set, I found myself not hanging with my friends. That was a telltale sign that music was going to be something important to me because I wasn't
Okay.
hanging with the people who are like most important to me at the age of 11, 12, 13. I would hear them outside playing, but I would be in the house learning how to play the drums. So that's when I kind of knew about 11, 12-ish that music was going to be more than just a hobby or a unique thing that I can do. Like it was bigger than that.
So I do have a question.
Mhm.
How has your art evolved over the years? If you're telling me you've been interested since you were, 12, 11, 12 years old, how has Darnell Jackson evolved?
Well, I've been always, well, hindsight, you can tell, but I've been an artist in some way, shape, or form using different mediums my entire life. When I was a kid, I found that I could sing because everybody in my house could sing. So that was like my first general expression of art was singing at like 4 in church. And
Okay.
then it went from singing to I don't like to sing at all. I actually don't like it. 11 years old came by and my parents bought me a drum set. I told them for like years that I could play, had no idea I could play. And then bam, I'm playing the drums at 11. I taught myself. So I went from just being a guy who was known to be able to sing. I don't want to sing. I kept it a secret. Then I was just a drummer for, I guess, until I got to college. And then that's when I met other quote unquote music producers, guys that were just like me, who was doing music on an exceptional level for their ages. And that is when I became, like, I guess, a quote unquote creative music producer. Just never calling myself that around college. So
Okay, okay, I love that. So, have you ever experienced writer's block? Because listen, I've seen you
mhm.
perform. I've known. We don't have time tonight to unpack your long list of accomplishments because I'm going to talk about a little bit of them. You have written for plays, you've written songs for plays, award winning plays, actually. Shout out to Rory, Be a Lion. I know that, you were,
Yeah, yeah.
that
Brand new
went,
Sheriff
that's,
Productions. Yeah.
yeah, that took off out of nowhere. Shout out to your best friend. Uh,
Robo music.
Robo Music, right? Rob Down, that's my brother. You all, started as that Drum Key Productions. You've written music for One Praise Ministries. You have produced your own music. You've worked with other artists, all types of genres. You are my producer, and I pay him well. Okay.
Oh boy. Careful.
Okay. What time is it? Let's see what audience I got tonight.
It's
But
time to get paid.
look. Oh my
Oh yeah.
gosh. But you do so much, and then you do video editing. You're doing camera work. You are really a creative. You do all the things. So have you ever, during this journey of music, have you ever like didn't know what to write about? Writer's block? I think you wrote a song
Um
about that too.
yeah, I mean, like, I wrote a song about writer's block because for me, my opinion, Juan, which means nothing, I don't really think there's such thing as writer's block. I heard one rapper, old school cat, was like, "Yeah, if you got writer's block, you ain't got nothing to say," and I don't subscribe to that. For
Okay.
me, writer, the way I deal with it, writer's quote unquote writer's block, that is a sign that my inner Juan is telling me, bro, detach and do something different. So although I can't walk very, very far, I like to get out and walk around to see my environment. I see birds, I see insects and flowers and blades of grass, all the stuff that God bigs up in the book. And then I get to see it, and then all of a sudden I'm inspired. So that's how I like look at writer's block. I just leave detached from music as a whole, and then I go out and do something different. It could be bowling, it could be, I don't know, watching silly TV. I don't care what it is, but detach and do something totally different. And then that's when I find inspiration to do something new.
We praise God for the man of God that's here tonight. Ooh,
Okay.
glory. So you have like, and it's funny. And then I'm gonna move on. But it was so funny that you had writer's block, but you wrote a song about having writer's block. Like, make that make sense?
Cause I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like I ran headfirst into another door. I'm pretty sure that I'm moving too fast. I gotta slow down, I might crash. I don't really know what's going on. Cause I'm not in a state of mind to write another song. I tried to build an empire, but then I stopped. Cause it's hard to build when you only got writer's block. I've gone as far as I could without a blueprint. Not much to show for all of that time spent working, burning the candle at both ends. Had a few wins, but nothing major is happening. Do I risk it all, or should I give up? I'ma scream if another person tell me I should look up. I lost interest in so many things. Is there a quick fix to end the suffering? No, I gotta learn my lesson in this dry season. And if I don't, I will most definitely be repeating. It's hard to think straight or catch a break while I'm reminded of my failures and mistakes. I'm sure things will turn around before long, but that don't change the fact that I don't wanna write another song.
Okay. All right. My next question for you before I move on to just the rest of the show, because I want them to get to know you first. Well, some of them know you, but you know what I mean. What's and I don't know if PG, please. I mean, well, maybe it's PG. Just tell the
Yeah.
people what's a guilty pleasure that most people wouldn't expect would be something that you indulge in.
I low key, not low key, I high key. Like I like it. I'm mind numb and decompress. I watch Karamo, y'all.
That is not what you were going to share with us.
That is
Is
what I
that
was going
what
to
it
share. I'm dead
is?
serious. It's Karamo. I mean, everybody knows I like true crime and stuff like that, but like Juan watches Karamo. Yeah, bro, I be watching Karamo. I be in it.
Karamo, yeah.
It's single-handedly destroying the community, one ethnicity at a time. It's just like, this is what we talking about today, and I'll just be sitting there like, yeah, okay, well. And then you can look at it as like feel-good TV. Like, my life ain't that messed up.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I understand.
So
that.
yeah, I love Karamo, bro.
I didn't think that was going to be your guilty pleasure. I had a couple in my brain that I thought you were going to pull out the hat.
Please don't put my business in the street at this point in time.
I do love that so much, and we watch Karamo together, guys. So it's not.
I be on it.
It's not just him watching it. He got me into watching Karamo. So listen, I love that so much, which actually leads me right into what is happening right now. You have a major concert that's coming up soon. Mm-hmm. What is the energy that's going to be behind this upcoming performance, and where can the F.R.A.N.S community grab tickets or stream the music? How can we support you? Is it not time yet?
Well, this is kind of a trick question because the person that actually has all the definitive answers to those questions is asking me the questions. I usually just do stuff or pay for stuff or drive people places or beat people up. Those are my official duties. So when you ask me what time something is or when it is, or I'm not going to know, but I think the tickets for my show is going to be December 4th in Philadelphia, Jackson Wonderland. Tickets going to sell in September. It's not going to be anything to break your pockets, but I want to help your boy out. I'm excited about it. It is a dream and a vision that I've had for quite some time. I had never really spoken it to, I don't know, anybody other than my wife. Mm-hmm. I think you know her. But Jackson Wonderland is what I am doing. To give a brief explanation as to what it is, Jackson Wonderland is basically what goes on in my heart, goes on in my mind on a daily basis. And I try my best to put that in a form or medium that people can digest. In this case, it's going to be music. I have some mental health challenges, and I weave those into my art. And when I do that, it tends to bring together genres and phrasings and stylings of music that don't typically go together. But my prayer is that usually people can feel past that and actually get the crux of what it is I'm trying to say. So when you come to Jackson Wonderland, it makes a whole lot more sense when you're like in the room and feeling it and understanding what I'm trying to convey, because there are a myriad of things that I'm trying to say to you. There are a myriad of things that God has been saying to me that I think will help others. And you experience all of that in the wonder and the whimsicalness, like a kid would be like in a circus. That's what I want it to feel like, because that's what my emotions kind of feel like, good and bad. They pop up from everywhere like a trapeze artist, or they'll shoot out of a cannon, or they'll be running around like those motorcycles in them cages. That's how my emotions feel to me on the inside. That's how my thoughts feel. They're all over the place. And I use music to bring those things together under the tent of ministry. So that is Jackson Wonderland.
All right. That is Jackson Wonderland. Mm-hmm. J-A-X, 2 drumsticks, a drum, and then an N. So Jackson Wonderland, featuring none other than DarnellJaxon as a solo artist, will be performing in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on Friday, December 4th, 2026. Listen, if y'all want more information, I do. I got it on camera. And if you guys want more information about that, you saw the ticker on the bottom. You got to like, follow, and subscribe. Okay. And then you can get all the details. I'll tell you, you got VIP. It's a whole bunch of things going on. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and continue. I actually, you know what, Juan? I do have a question though.
Okay.
Who should be in the audience on December 4th?
Who should be in the audience? Anybody who felt like they weren't a winner. Anybody that felt like they were overlooked. Anybody who felt like, I know I can be better. I just feel like I don't have agency. Anybody who wants to laugh. Anybody who wants to just, hey man, we'll hear some encouragement. Anybody's welcome in Jackson Wonderland.
I love it. Anybody is welcome in Jackson Wonderland.
Yeah. Who gets kicked out of the circus, bro?
Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't even know what y'all are in store for it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and transition. I wanted to give my husband an opportunity just to explain to you all who he is, where he's come from, what his journey looks like today. But it's time to spill the tea on some crazy dining experiences that the two of us have had. Okay, we've been together for 34 years. We will be married in September for 26. So listen, we are accustomed to watching our surroundings because we're from Philadelphia, born and raised in the actual city of Philadelphia. But also, some of you may or may not know, my husband is a military veteran. Okay, he has served our country. He almost lost his life. So thank God he made it. But listen, he does not play around about our security. They call him top security, chief security, all the things. You know that if you're with us, if you're with Sessoms Fam 3.0 at any time in your life, you will be protected, okay? So before we talk about our most recent trip, honey, I'm gonna bring you back up so we can do this together. Before we talk about the most recent trip that we have, I want to do a rapid fire checklist, okay?
Uh-oh.
And you know I wrote some of our crazy journeys down because I did not want to forget, like, how we survive some of these things. They're amazing. The first thing is not really a survival that I want to talk about.
Okay.
The first thing is about not losing your crap in a restaurant. Picture this, circa 19, whatever it was. We're at Red Lobster. What am I talking about?
I already know. I'm talking about the shrimp lady.
Okay, so guys, we're at the table, and my husband and I have just dined sufficiently. We used to love Red Lobster. You know, we went to Penn State, so we used to be at Red Lobster. When they finally opened a Red Lobster, my husband and I were there for all-you-can-eat crab night. You remember that, babe? They don't even have that anymore. All-you-can-eat crab night, all-you-can-eat shrimp. It was all you can eat. Now they're saying endless, whatever. It was everything was all you can eat. And so we're getting our check, and I have a whole plate of shrimp.
About
It was about a dozen. Yeah, it was a lot of shrimp because remember we had got like 2 orders, and I like the coconut shrimp too. So like the point is,
Shrimply Tuesdays is what it's called. Shrimply Tuesdays.
Shrimply Tuesdays. That is so cool. And because we knew the GM and all the managers, we were able to take our food with us. Am I allowed to say that? I shouldn't say that. Well, anyway, allegedly we're allowed to take our food with us. So we get, she brings out the box, and this lady starts picking up my food with her hands.
With her sinful, naked hands.
Tell them, babe.
What?
It was like, and to boot, she was having a conversation with us like, oh yeah, because I'm about to get off, as she looks at us in the eyeball and picks up the shrimp with her naked hands and puts it in the to-go box.
Yes, guys, she did not have a utensil. We're not even going to even talk about that. Okay, I got one for you, honey. I want you to talk about this one. Do you remember the time where we were uptown? We're from Philly, but my area where I'm from is uptown. Where my husband is from is Mount Airy. So we were kind of like in between the two. And I'll start it off. A police car drives up on the curb.
So we're down in Ogas area, I guess, In-N-Out Pizza, and let's go in here and get some wings because their breading is back then it was dope. It has this weird soft breading, and we enjoyed this. We go get some wings and maybe some pizza, and as we are waiting to be served, a police cruiser is on the curb.
More than one. It was like 2
more than one
outside. Yeah.
And I haven't been driving long, and I was like, wow, that looks peculiar. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be driving police vehicles on the curb. And then they run in, guns blazing. Everybody get down. Did anybody run through here? That's too many questions because I see a gun. That's too many questions. First of all, if he came through here, I didn't see him. Second of all, you have a gun, sir, and I do not. And I came here to get chicken. Why are there guns here?
Exactly.
So I never ate there again.
Wait, he didn't even tell you.
I stopped eating chicken.
I thought he did not stop eating chicken, but we did stop eating at In-N-Out. I think we went there maybe one time when we were like older, but we stopped eating there. But he did not tell you that the way that this place is set up, it's not like a restaurant. It's like it's a hallway. It's a popping store. It's like a hallway. So we were underneath the counter.
Under the counter.
Underneath the counter. What do they have? Berettas? Is that the kind or nines? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember what kind of gun.
It was the one that I didn't want near me.
They were in our face. Like, listen. Okay, I got another one. Dungeness crabs.
Oh, yeah. You ever been a teenager and buy crabs at a bar? But yeah, we had some of the best garlic butter Dungeness crabs from 22nd Street Cafe. My parents had no idea I was getting crabs from a bar. You know why? Because I never paid attention that it was a bar.
I didn't know it was a bar either.
All kinds of debauchery and lasciviousness could have been transpiring in that edifice. We just want our crustaceans.
We did not go into the bar, so let's be clear. And that's why
they had a little side.
Yeah, they had this side step. So if you are from South Philadelphia, shout out to my homies from South Philadelphia, you know that you got to walk up those steps. And I'm talking about safety, surroundings, watching all things. You got to walk up steps. So
you know where you want to be.
Yeah, you got to walk up the steps. Once you get to the steps, there is a person that is sitting there, and then they have like this little waiting area. So literally, my husband and I were like, well, we were dating, we were boyfriend and girlfriend back then, but he's always my boyfriend. But it was crazy. Okay, totally unsafe. It was definitely cold back in those days. Now we keep the heat on, but I bet you. Yeah, but my aunt was like, you'll be fine. Because, you know, she's from South Philly. You'll be fine. You just go up the steps. I was like, oh, my goodness. So listen, so this brings us to a story before we get into our strategy sip. I hope you have something to drink tonight, Mr. Sessoms, whether it's water or soda. You're
raspberry
over 21.
lemonade.
Oh, you got raspberry lemonade? Okay. I give a disclaimer. I say anybody's over 21, you do you. Okay. So this couple weeks ago, actually, we were in Georgia. We were on our way to go to Georgia, and we normally stop in New Orleans. Okay. On the way to New Orleans, we're planning. It's a Friday that we're driving, so that's our date night. We non-negotiable date night. Every Friday is date night. So I'm like, babe, by the time we get there, we can still go out to dinner. Okay. I pick up. I'm not even going to say the name of the place. I pick up the phone. I call the place and I say, hey, you know, we're going to get there around this time. Can you dine in here? What was the answer, Mr. Sessoms?
His exact words were, yeah, you can eat here.
That was a weird response. And I really feel like
strange.
It was strange. And I should have kind of just been like, you know what? No, that was a weird. Nope. We get to New Orleans, we get to our hotel, and we call our Uber so that we can go to this restaurant. First sign of danger is that the Uber driver
took us to an abandoned gas station.
It wasn't even a gas station.
You couldn't even recognize it.
I didn't even know what it was. And then he took us to a closed restaurant, which was also abandoned. And I'm looking at this man like, you know, we said that we wanted to go and eat. Okay. So we finally get the right address. I guess they moved, whatever. We get to this location, which also happens to be a
bar.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to this man. Shout out to Kiki Palmer. I'm gonna meet her one day. But listen, so I really do apologize because I picked this restaurant. So we get in there. The way you come in, it's like a little waiting area. And picture this. Picture a Chinese store on the corner in Philly. Okay. You know, you got that little area in the front, but sometimes they had that little walkway.
I call it the fatal funnel.
The fatal funnel is like, seriously, once you pass this little space, once you walk in, you can see the bar. To the left of us, okay, is where the man said, I guess you can eat here. Pitch black. Okay, there's nothing going on in this bar tonight. There's no show or anything like that. That's kind
Not
of
a
what
place
this
setting
is.
in sight. Not a place setting in sight.
Not nothing. Okay, so it was a few people in there. I mean, screaming kids outside. We should have.
There was a lady with a baby at the bar.
Dead giveaway. We should have just, yeah, she had a baby on her hip. It was just weird. So we order our food. They're asking very different questions, but because my husband and I are not new to this, and we are very true to that, okay, we understood what was happening. It's called, they were sizing us up.
They was trying to line me up.
They was lining us all the way up. She was asking just random questions. I mean, at one point, the lady's telling me her life story. So we took the power seats in the room. We went, so you come in, the bar is here. I sat over all the way at the end of the bar on the left, right?
Oh, Lord.
And my husband sat in front of me. Okay, so we could see the whole entire room. So like 20 minutes went by, right, babe? Like 20, 30 minutes. There must be how are you making stuff to order at the bar? Like, have some things. Anyway, Black-owned businesses, we need to talk. So that's why I went. Another reason why I went, because it was a Black-owned business. So bottom line is, after everybody leaves, what we are noticing is the lady behind the counter comes from behind the bar, and she sits at a sofa, which is kind of straight ahead of us. And she's looking at us on her phone, doing this the whole night. And Babe is like, I don't like anything about this. I don't like anything about this. And I'm like, honey, I think our food is almost done. I think we'll be good.
It don't take that long to make fried fish and shrimp.
It doesn't.
And if we don't get out of here in the next 10 minutes, it's going to get ugly.
It's okay. So as we fast forward, two gentlemen walk in, one after another. A very tall, and I tell you, we both can point them out in the lineup. They come in, and the other guy was the muscle. So it's like a skinny guy and the muscle. And they're looking at us, but they're acting like they don't know these two ladies that work here. Okay? Like, fool somebody else. The lady never swiped his card to pay. And so I told Juan, I was like, babe, he did not order anything. They didn't pay for the food. So meanwhile, the lady starts talking to us even more. Now she's like, what was she talking about? Like her family.
I don't care what she was talking about. She was talking about
her
dumb
family
stuff. Like, they own restaurants, and I don't care. And all I heard was, I don't care. I don't care. That's all I kept hearing. Whatever you saying is BS. I don't care. Give me my food so I don't have to kill nobody in here. That's all I heard.
Okay. And so I had the Uber.
I'm still a Christian, y'all.
I have the Uber. Yeah, like, what's wrong with that? I have the Uber on speed. Like, seriously, I have the app open. And so then the lady, I asked her, I said, hey, where's our food? So that we can order, we can order a ride or, call our ride and get out of here. And she was like, oh, it's going to be about 20 minutes. And I said, I don't have 20 minutes. Hit send. So my Uber was there in 3 minutes. Okay, guys, like my husband and I are not playing around. And they pulled up in the Tesla. Shout out to our Uber driver who rescued us. So she was like, oh, it should be out. The Uber driver comes and they're still like looking at us as the whole thing. And then I run out. I said, babe, I'm going to go and tell the Uber driver not to leave us. And he laughed in my face when I asked him, guys. He laughed at me. And I was like, is he in on it too? Finally got our food. We get into, I'm sure, did you stare at those guys when you left? I'm sure you did.
I got my visual so I can make the imprint in my brain and remember who they were.
Okay, let me tell you something. When we get into the Uber guys, he laughs at us because he was like, why are y'all here?
Why y'all down here? Red flag number 92. This food smelling good. He was like, oh yeah, you ever eat there? Oh no, I pass that place all the time. I don't never go in there.
And we were like, huh? He said, you all are in New Orleans East. Okay, so for everyone, look, if you're from New Orleans East, hey, I love you. Thank you for allowing me to come into your city.
No, you was at the wrong part. You wasn't eating at the right part.
We were at the wrong part. Okay. We were at the part that was getting us sized all the way up. So we will not go back to New Orleans East just ever. We're just
Y'all
gonna
got it. I'm
stay.
good.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
that's like going to North Philly for the first time.
I'll pass.
Yeah, we're gonna pass. But we know people from North Philly.
I put my time in.
But we're also from there. So it's a difference. We're not from New Orleans.
I'm
we're gonna
good.
skip that.
I ain't from Louisiana, so I don't want to be down there.
Period.
Where I don't belong.
Period. But the point of this show is just about being rooted. And so we stayed rooted in who we were and what I understood about my protector, right? Not just God. God is my protector, but here on earth, my husband is our protector. Okay. And so I knew that I was protected, I was safe, and that he always knew where everybody was in the building. That is who I married. He is rooted in security. Okay. I know that sounds funny, but he does not play around. He knows where all the exits are and all those things. So if you stay alert, you got to stay ready. You have to, wherever you travel, even if you're in your hometown, just watch your surroundings. Okay. Yeah. Cause you don't want nobody to catch you slipping, literally. All right. So look, let's go ahead and take a sip because it's time for our strategy sip. Cheers, Mr. Sessoms. Yeah, where's your sip? Come on, you got a sip. Here's your strategy sip for the week, guys. The perimeter check. The perimeter check this week in every single environment you walk into, guys, whether it's a new restaurant like where we went, whether it's a corporate or staff meeting, whether it's in just a new space, whether you're going up the street to a car wash. Well, I guess you got to watch your surroundings in a car wash too, though, depending upon what kind you go to. Is the one that you're driving through or the one that you're washing? You do have to watch your surroundings there. But wherever it is, if you've never been there before, take the first 60 seconds. Okay. I want you to take a step back in that area and be silent and observe everything. That is exactly what my husband did. So the perimeter check, I can't say if my husband created this perimeter check, because most people that are in security and making sure that they keep people safe, they do that. But check the energy of the rooms that you're entering. Okay. Know where the exits are. Like I just said, mentally, strategically, we had to really plan. Yeah, we pivoted, just like we pivoted last week. The two of us were like, okay, if this goes wrong, and we're literally talking to each other while we're watching the environment, because we have to do that. Don't let a room dictate your comfort level. Legit. It doesn't matter what room it is. And I am learning that. As I grow a little older, not to let rooms scare me, not to let events scare you, not to allow new projects or things like that dictate what your level of comfort is. You just have to assess the perimeter first, okay? Oh my goodness gracious, that was so much fun, honey. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give the last word. But before we step out, I'm gonna keep you in the room with me. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, stay in the room with me, babe. Oh my goodness, this
I live here.
Awesome. Yes. So before we step out of our space tonight, Juan and I are going to leave you with the ultimate scriptural anchor for staying alert and rooted. All right. 1 Peter 5 verse 8 tells us, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. That is in the Bible. I did not write that. Shout out to ESV. That's what I read. But listen, stay on your game. Be alert. Don't, if you party, guys, look, party safely. You know, a lot of people always say, well, I'm not drinking. That's what sober mind. That's not That's not what that sober-minded is, but today is not Bible study. So, I'm not going to unpack it. I just want you to go ahead and jot it down so you can go back and let it sit with you. But the word doesn't say this to scare you guys. Okay? It says it to equip you. We always have to be watchful. We have to keep our eyes open. We have to listen to the Holy Spirit that resides inside of us, that indwells us. That's actually my literal prayer. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for indwelling us. You have to keep your ears tuned to the Spirit at all times. Now, listen, y'all know, friends, we are a big community. So not everybody believes what my husband and I believe. So whatever that is that gets you centered, that gets you focused, whatever it is that you believe in, where you put your hope and trust in, lock in. I lock in to God. We lock into the Holy Spirit because that's where we put our hope and our trust. So make sure that your feet are firm and planted in every single room that you go in. Is there anything else though, Mr. Sessoms, before I close out, that you would like to add or say to the people? Because I do want to give you that opportunity.
I am DarnellJaxon, DarnellJaxon, DarnellJaxon on all platforms. I want to encourage either one person or 1 million people to just try it. Just try it. I get my haircut at this dope barbershop. And when I sit down, when he spins the chair, there's this sign and it says, "What if it works?" And it haunts me every time I sit down and look at it, because it's a reminder to not make excuses. Just try it. If not, if you don't get the result you thought you were going to get, at least you learn. But try it. Jackson Wonderland is my try. Come see it. December 4th.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and kick my husband out. Thank you so much, DarnellJaxon, for spending time with Sonya and her friends. What an awesome show. This was so great to be able to sit and listen to DarnellJaxon, for you all to remember to check that perimeter. Perimeters don't always have to be about safety. A perimeter check could be your friendship circle. I told y'all we're going to be unpacking friendships and relationships. This is going to be a good ride. But I hope y'all are buckled in, okay? Your perimeter check could be at work. What do you share with your peers? What do you share with your boss? Are you supposed to align with this person or align with that person? Listen, perimeter checks are necessary and are purposeful in every area of your life and in every relationship, ironically enough. Listen, I want you to check out DarnellJaxon on all streaming platforms. And you can find him on YouTube. You can find him on iTunes. You can find him on Amazon Music. You can find him on Spotify. Did I say all streaming platforms? I want you all to support my husband, the one that literally, I believe, makes me a better person and a better human every day. His upcoming concert is on Friday, December 4th of 2026 at the F.R.A.N.S Zone Studios. Tickets go on sale September 2026. He has a whole website. That's why he said he didn't know, because I know all the information. So remember to stay rooted in resilience, just like Mr. Sessoms explained how his journey was to becoming DarnellJaxon. He stayed rooted in who he was. And look at this awesome creative that we get to know and love. Same thing for faith stalking, and we talked about last week. I'm still the faith stalker, but Sonya and F.R.A.N.S had to be born. So remember, guys, you are fierce, you are rooted, you are aligned, nurturing souls, and I will see you all when? In July. Hashtag happy belated Juneteenth, y'all. Peace.
Everything that you're saying is really making it harder to deal.